When Donald Trump launched his campaign in June, many considered it a joke. Republicans and Democrats alike scoffed at the idea of a Trump presidency. He's just an entertainer. It's a publicity stunt. Trump doesn't even want to be president. In September, as his numbers continued to rise in the polls, establishing Trump as the dominant frontrunner, they still denied the validity of his campaign. Many compared Trump to the likes of Rick Perry or Rudy Giuliani, predicting that, like them, he would soon fall off the map. His polls would start to drop, and everyone could forget about the time the reality TV star ran for president. And just like me, you probably thought that was true, only recently there was a shift.
And that's why I may be wrong. I made a big deal about there's no way he's going to win.
You weren't the only one.
The question is why? Why is Donald Trump doing so well? His speech is inflammatory, at times bordering on hateful. His policies to ban Muslims and deport all illegal immigrants seem crazy or damn near impossible to achieve. And he has no experience whatsoever holding political office. The only thing is that for the Donald, none of these are issues. And while you and I may be surprised by that, I can promise you that this is exactly what he expected. Let's take a look at Trump's book, The Art of the Deal. In it, he says, quote, "Good publicity is preferable to bad, but from a bottom-line perspective, bad publicity is sometimes better than no publicity at all. Controversy, in short, sells," end quote. Nothing demonstrates this point more perfectly than his own campaign. With every outrageous statement he makes, his poll numbers climb even higher than they were before. The press is always looking for a good, sensational story, and if you can do something to get them talking about you, then you've won, end quote. The media hasn't stopped talking about Trump since he launched his campaign, and they're not going to.
No. Come on, Melania. That's just not true. I don't say outrageous things just for poll numbers. I speak from my heart.
Really? Okay, because I hear your numbers go down a little this week.
Mexicans are stealing our children.
You see?
Trump's ambitious policies are just an extension of this promotion. Building a wall to rival China is creating millions of jobs for hardworking Americans, making America great again. He's playing to people's fantasies. Quote, "People may not always think big themselves, but they can still get very excited by those who do. That's why a little hyperbole never hurts. People want to believe that something is the biggest and the greatest and the most spectacular." And it's no surprise Trump is benefiting from being a political outsider. People are fed up with career politicians. They're tired of seeing the constant gridlock in Washington and feeling like they've been duped year after year. In fact, that's probably why Trump waited until now to run, considering he's been campaigning since the 80s.
Well, I'm not sure that you want to see the United States become a winner. You want to see the United States become a winner, David? Huh?
Of course we want to see.
Many people seem to be of the mind that Trump is simply a loud-mouthed fool, only supported by people stupider than he is. But it would be dangerous to underestimate a man like Donald Trump. He is a brilliant salesman and a master persuader. Just look at the way he handles this question from Megyn Kelly.
Mr. Trump, one of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Now at this point, Trump's already won. We humans have a tendency to rely too heavily on one piece of information when making decisions, usually the first piece of information that we acquire. It's called